So for those of you who haven't heard it yet, this absolute clown of a champion has done it yet again. Now, to go ahead and put a disclaimer here, I am not going to be listing how to do this. I do not support it. I do not want you to use it in a live match. Personally, I think it's scummy. It's probably the easiest and closest thing you get to hacks other than like a gyro controller. But I do think this is a form of cheating, and I do not support it in the slightest. I'm merely making this video simply for awareness purposes and to let people know that it is in the game and what to look out for. So here we are in a custom game. I'm going to show you what it looks like from my POV and the getting shot POV. So you'll notice on my screen, he is shooting a spread shot, but I'm shooting a perfectly accurate shot. Now what's happening here is an entirely visual bug. Me and him both have the exact same bug. So you'll notice when I shoot him, I'm dealing absurd amounts of damage at max fire rate. This is not how Omen works. This should not be happening. And same thing for him. From that distance, he's absolutely melting my HP. But you'll notice the pellets are not actually hitting me. That is the part of the bug that's the main problem. You'll notice even at almost max range, I'm still hitting almost every pellet. In a real scenario with a spread shot, that wouldn't happen. That's extremely unrealistic. One of the easiest way you can tell if someone's abusing this. Now, same thing getting shot from that distance. You know, you're going to notice my HP absolutely vanish despite him tap firing. So what does this mean right now? Well, it means Omen is absolutely busted and very, very easily abusable. Again, I'm not going to list how to do this bug. I do not endorse it. I will not supply the method of this madness. However, I will let you know that it has been reported to Evil Mojo by many people, a lot of which who are very well known in the community have said something. So this will indefinitely be patched very fast. Okay, hopefully it comes within the next patch. I'm personally hoping that Omen gets disabled for this, because for the people abusing it in ranked, I can only imagine how annoying and frustrating this is to deal with. But it has been reported. It will get patched. There's no point in gatekeeping this anymore, and I hope something's done about it quickly, because it is as you can see in the footage behind in a bot match, it's way too strong and it shouldn't be allowed to be used. So this bug has actually been in the game since Omen's release. The only reason people hadn't found out about it or abused it is because originally his second talent, Aphotic Reaver, basically made it to where this bug was his talent, and that's why it got nerfed, obviously. But now with that talent being changed, here we are now with a bug that basically replicates it, but even stronger and with even better damage cards to make it not only more sustainable, more reliable for basically any encounter whatsoever. Now I know what you're thinking. I said this bug has been out since Omen's release, and I wasn't joking. I believe day one of playing Omen, I actually encountered this bug accidentally, but I had no clue how to replicate it. And here recently, literally I think yesterday morning, I figured out how to replicate it. And again, I'm not sharing it, but point being is that entire time since his release to now that I didn't know how this works, and no one has said anything, no one snitched. This has been in the game and been, used. Now, I don't know how much it's been used because the method is a little convoluted, but I do know it's been in the game since release because I have had it happen to me. I've also been on the receiving end of it. I can recount 2 games in my entire time playing against Omens ever where this has been used. And I don't know if it was intentional. I don't know if it was accidental. But I do know that within the first week of using Omen, I have encountered it and been on the receiving end of it. But now here we are, this far in the future, and the bug is making a comeback. And there's a lot more people abusing it because people have just started catching on. And I was literally goofing off with friends the other day, and all of a sudden it was like, wait, so that's the bug. And here we are now making a video on it in hopes that this raises a little bit of awareness for the actual bug itself and helps people spot it, because this is bug abuse. I mean, if you couldn't guess, this is extremely unfair advantage, as you can see from the clips in the background. Granted, they are bots, so, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Still, the amount of damage he puts out with this bug is extremely game breaking. It's not a crash game bug, but it is something where you're at a huge disadvantage. And my accuracy is not that good. My aim's pretty bad. Imagine if you put this on some GM player or some guy who's an aimer, you know? At that point, you have a big issue on your hands, because someone's gonna roll a lobby with this bug and there's literally nothing you can do about it. So be careful, take this as a cautionary tale. Know this is in the game, so, you know, pay attention to your omens. If they're doing an absurd amount of damage to you from a range they shouldn't be, and they're spread firing, this is the cause. With all of this being said, I hope you guys know what to now look out for, and I hope all your future games don't involve this bug and things go well for you. Peace. Just a quick plug at the end, check out my Twitch at ttv/darklordnova. You can catch me there live every now and then. It'd be great if you stopped by and said hey.